Hey guys, it's Julie Saillant. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much and welcome back. Welcome to the family. If this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. I'm so glad that you're here. My name is Julie Saillant. I'm intuitive healer for your life and business, and I'm also an animal communicator, and I am a shaman and a medicine woman, and I am able to help people by removing any negative energies that are around them that block them from their success or from their soul's mission, and then bring in, light from the divine so that we can get you aligned in touch with your gifts, learn how to leverage your gifts by working with them, and then move you forward. And then you're at your next level and you're ascending before you know it, just like that. So I'm glad that you're here. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as I'm growing the channel. And thank you to all of you who have left comments. I read each one and I always respond back. So I'm thrilled that you're here. Just a couple of quick things. If you don't know, I use life path numbers. We don't go by zodiac signs. Your life path number is based on your birthday. So if it's October, that's the 10th month. What you do is you're giving a numerical value to your month, your day, and the year that you're born. Okay, so you start off with the month. I'll take mine, October. You add 1 plus 0 equals 1. The date, which is 25, add 2 plus 5 is 7. And then let's just take 1983. You add 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 3. Those three numbers after that are added up and then brought down to the lowest numerical number. This is for Master Life Path number 22. You guys are one of 3 life path numbers. There's 11, like myself, 22s and 33s. We are master, you guys are actually master builders, but you are all here because you've reincarnated more than others, which is why you're a master number. So your mission may be greater. You may have more pressure on you. You may have more gifts that are available to you. It just depends on where you are in your journey. But for sure, you are a master life path number. All right, so the way I work is I'm going to give you a little bit of information about your number if you've never seen any of my other videos. And I'll also do some channeling for you. I'm going to ask your ancestors to come forward and let's ask them what they want you to know. Okay. And then from there, I also will be doing some reading of channeling that I got from Spirit last year. And then we'll also pull some animal cards. I've got a bunch of spirit animal cards for you for totem animals because I am an animal communicator and the animals like to come in and loan their attributes to you. They're super fun that way. So let's get going here. I hate to ramble on too much. If you want a reading, there are links below. There's a 4-week course that I'm doing right now, the Phoenix process, which is amazing. My clients have been getting amazing results from this. And it's basically, we hook you up to your gifts. Okay, then we leverage them, find out how to use them, and then we bring you into alignment. And then before you know it, you find out what your soul's mission is on earth. There's homework. You're with me every week for a couple of hours. It's awesome. And then I also have a single session if you like that, either for yourself as a healing session, or if you have an animal you'd like to talk to, I can also talk to them if they've gone over as well, if they're not here any longer. All right, so let's do this. So I've already called in my team, most of my team, my archangels. Let me just give you a little bit about your life path, master life path number 22, just in case you haven't watched any of my other videos. You guys are the master builders, okay? You are brilliant teachers. You are very hardworking, dependable, and trustworthy. You're very productive, always thinking of others. You have a great spiritual understanding and knowledge, and you apply it in a practical way, right? So you can take ancient teachings and then apply it into today's world, which is awesome. You create brilliant works, which make life easier for the rest of us, right? For everyone on the planet. You are brilliant in business. You have very big ambitions. You're unconventional in your thoughts and actions, which is awesome, which is why you always basically would probably have felt like you didn't belong here. And a lot of the master numbers feel that way. We kind of feel like we got plunked down here and we're not sure why. And that's because part of you is ascended and you're further along on your journey than other people here on the earth. So that's probably why you feel a disconnect. And then the shadow side is that many times you feel that you get stuck in the comfort zone, right? When you need to be growing, but you get comfortable somewhere. Your standards for yourself may be unrealistic for yourself and for others, okay? And that means a lot of times that man, we can just put our unrealistic expectations on ourselves and others. And then when they don't meet our expectations, we get upset with them, like we get upset with ourselves. And sometimes that's just not good. So you need to know where you're putting pressure on yourself and pressure on others as well. Okay. So, the advice is lighten up on yourself and others, tap into the messages of the universe that you get. You are at your best when you are in a project that you know will benefit humankind. Okay. So I'd like to just do a quick channeling for you. But before we do, let's do this. I want you just to close your eyes. I want you to focus on your heart and take a deep breath in. And when you do, please just focus on your heart expanding and that you're open for the reading. And this is a general reading for the collective. If it resonates for you, awesome. I hope it does. But if it doesn't, hopefully the next one will. Okay. So take a deep breath in and concentrate on your heart. Let it out. And then take another deep breath in, opening your heart. And let it out. Okay, I'd also like to call in my animal spirit token animals to help me. So give me 1 second here. So it's Tonka, please come forward. Leo, please come forward. Makari, please come forward. Lena, please come forward. Arctic, please come forward. Andre, please come forward. Mahi, please come forward. Okay, thank you all so much for being here. I'd like to also ask for your ancestors to please come through. So please close your eyes and picture your ancestors. I'm going to ask all of the ancestors that are here, for anyone that's listening in the collective, please give me some answers and let me know what you would like to most say to them. Okay, they're saying that there's always enough time. So many of you believe that there's just not enough time, right? To do what you want to do, to accomplish all you want to accomplish. Because you're a builder, you have very, very big dreams. And that's a good thing, but they're almost so big that a lot of you don't move towards them because you don't know how to even take the first step. And you kind of think, if I don't know how to take the first step, how will I move forward to do everything? Like, how am I going to accomplish this? Right. And Spirit is saying it's literally one step at a time. Slow down. And it's about the journey, not the end game. Okay. So I used to think that too. I used to think it was all about when I get there, right? The accomplishment. But it's really about the journey. The difference between here and here is what's important, not where you're starting and where you're ending up, right? It's all about who you become, how you change, how you can shine your light, right? For the world to see, but also feel protected and grounded and loved. Because a lot of us master numbers do not feel loved. We do not feel protected at all, at all. I'm willing to bet that you, as a child, felt love from your parents. I know I did. I had wonderful parents, but I also felt as though I was on my own. And the reason why is because those closest to us, our parents, other brothers and sisters, even spouses later in life, don't understand us. And when they don't understand us, we feel like we're misaligned and we're maybe in the wrong place. Because obviously you think to yourself, if they don't understand me, who will, right? But what's happened is that Spirit has placed these people in your path so that you get stronger, so that you know how to deal with this. Okay, I just got this. So thank you so much, Spirit. The reason that's happening, as has happened to you in the past, is because Spirit was trying to teach you a lesson. If you can take criticism or your parents or someone close to you, your brother, your sister, not understanding you, when it comes time for someone else in the universe that they don't understand you, you won't get upset about it. You probably will be like, whatever, dude, because I already went through this with my parents and they are close to me and you're not nearly as close as they are, right? So the effect is different on you, but it's training ground to get you stronger, right? Because we've been through it as master numbers. We get a lot of criticism because we're ahead of people, and it's not an ego thing, right? It's just the way that we're built. We're different. That's it. We're different. in a really good way. But that also means that a lot of people don't understand us because it's like we're here and they're here. And it's like this, right? It's not about ego. It's about this is what I do. This is who I am. And they're like, I don't get it. Like just the horse thing, right? Or just animals, talking to animals. Even right now, guys, in 2021, people still don't believe that I can talk to animals, right? They don't believe it. Some of them, not all of them, obviously. They think it's crap. They think I'm making it up. They think that, how could that be? It doesn't make sense. It's not logical. I'm like, no, it's not logical because it's a gift. Gifts aren't logical. They never are. And, when somebody doubts you a lot, then you start to doubt yourself. And then the fear creeps in, right? And that's when you kind of have to stand on your own. It's not something that anybody can help you with. You can't take someone's hand and go, let me help you. I mean, I do that for my clients. But other than that, unless you have somebody like me who's been through it and knows how to get over, around, under it, get you through it, you will stay stuck in a cycle for over and over and over again. It'll drive you crazy. And it can be years, years. I was stuck for years. So be gentle with yourself, okay? Know that it's okay. Know that it's a process, and know that you have to either figure this out for yourself, or you've got to find someone like me or someone else who can help you through this. But it's always possible to come out the other side. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter how many times you failed in the past, okay? Put that stuff aside, okay? So your ancestors want you to know that it's time. You are here, your soul agreed to it, and it's time. The whole pandemic that's been happening for over a year now is for everyone else to wake up, right? And the new paradigm is that I operate in is win, win, win. We all win. I shine my light for you. You shine your light for them. We all win. The earth wins. Everybody wins. It's not the old way of I get ahead and everyone else loses. Not that. Because the collective needs what you have, right? I need what you have. I can do this myself. So that was a pretty big aha moment that I just had though for you. I didn't pre-plan that. That just came through spirit. So thank you so much for that, God. Because I always wondered, why is it so hard? Like, why did I have to go through this where people didn't understand me? And then it's just, it was training you, right? All the things in life that you thought were so hard, and you thought, why is this happening to me? Well, it was because you need to be tougher, because your mission is great. And if you have a big mission, you can't be a weak person. It just doesn't work that way, right? And spirit's going to call you for your mission based on your heart, not on your money or anything else, but based on your heart. All right, so let's start channeling. I want to do a channeling for you. Hold on. Start that in 1 second here. All right, guys, so let's do a quick channeling for you because I really wanted to, I always like to get this in. God, the divine spirit told me that I have about four of these, I can't even hold it up, but 4 of these books, pretty big books, filled, because what I do for my clients is I go outside at night and I channel messages for you. And I also channel straight to you. I'm probably gonna start doing lives as well, as I can channel for you live. That'll be fun. So, I always share that this took me 2 years to do what I'm doing today for you because, God would just say, I need you to do this and I want you to start channeling and showing what you can do with your light language, which is speaking in tongues and doing healings and pointing people in the right direction. And I reconnect people to their hearts and start showing what you do so that people can be healed and they can see me through you, right? It's not about me. It's about spirit channeling through me. So if you're somebody who is scared to do what's being asked of you, and for every level that you have, you will for sure always be asked to give something that you don't want to give. It'll cost you. It could be money. It could be getting in front of a camera, overcoming your shyness. It could be giving a prophetic word, right? It could be showing your art off, or your writing or your financial capabilities, whatever it is. But it's always worth it in the end, right? So the channeling that I have, it's crazy how it's all timeless. Whenever you found this video, this is when you're meant to hear it, but this is timeless. So this is what God said. All the wrong turns you thought there was no coming back from were all just lessons. Believe in yourself and be proud of yourself. Get rid of the guilt and let your burdens go. Drop them to the ground. Hate, fear, anger, they're heavy burdens that you drag around. You, dear one, are a being of divine light and beauty and gifts no one else has. These gifts will flourish under pressure like diamonds, and it's scary but necessary for your growth. This is paramount. Part of how you learn is by jumping in head first. No, I will not give you anything you cannot bear up under. Drop all at the door. Treat all with love, kindness, and respect, even if they are unkind to you. Be kind and loving back. Forgive all, especially yourself. You were created to be resilient in all things, and I make all things new. Small minds will fear you, yet do not deviate from your path. You are a healer, a channeler, a being of light in all things, and many recognize you for what you are, a spark of God. So it's so profound, and I'm so lucky to get these kind of downloads that we call them. But I think it's so timely in what's going on in the world today. And you are I always say this, you are a divine spark of God, right? You're a spark of God. You're a spark of the creator, whatever you believe that to be. Could be Lord Shiva, could be your higher self, whatever it is. But what was really interesting, and I always want to, remember this, was small minds will fear you, right? And you do not, N-O-T, big letters, deviate from your path. And let me just tell you that if you have deviated, it's okay. As long as you get back on your horse and keep going, keep taking steps every day. That's okay. Because we're all going to fall and nobody's perfect. But small minds will fear you. See, as your light shines brighter, right? You will attract people that love you and want to work with you and want to just be with you. But you'll also attract the darker ones, right? The ones that don't have a light, the ones that need your light, the ones that suck all your energy, the energy vampires. So you have to be cognizant of what's around you, especially as you're, ascending and transforming and moving up to the next level. Your light gets brighter, right? So just make sure that you're kind of aware of what's going on around you, so that if you do see someone from this side that's not good and doesn't have your best intentions at heart, you can get rid of them. Okay. And if you don't know how to do that, just let me know in the comments and I'll do a video on that for you. Okay, so let's just do a channeling, and I'm just going to ask your ancestors to please come forward, and let's just give any messages that they have. Okay, they're showing me someone, and it could be you're either writing something down and then you erase it or cross a line through it, or you draw something and then you like take it off the easel and crumple it up and throw it away, or someone who's creating something. It doesn't matter whether you're writing, whether you're painting, whether you're a photographer, whether you're good with numbers, you're creating something. And you've wanted to do this for a long time. And there's many versions of it. But every time you start to do this, you get very frustrated with yourself. And that's when fear comes in. And then you basically just throw out everything that you've done. And it happens a lot. And then you shut the light off at the end of the night, and there's either nothing there or maybe just one or two words or something. and then you feel really upset about it. So you're on a cyclical pattern where you have an idea, you create something, you start to do it, and then you censor yourself, and then you look at it and go, this sucks. Nobody's going to want this. This is terrible. This is really bad. I can't show this to anybody. This is stupid. Fuck it. Throw it away. And what Spirit's telling me is you're being way too hard on yourself, number one. Number two, whenever this is a trick I learned as a writer, whenever you start a project, don't censor yourself at all. Like if I was going to write a chapter, or I was just going to free flow with something, right? Or say you write music, whatever it is, just get out your piece of paper or your phone and start writing it out. Don't stop yourself and look for grammar, or this word should be there, or that doesn't sound right. Because if you do that, you'll never get it all out on paper, right? And that's what's happening. They're saying you're being very too critical of it, way too critical. They're saying way too critical of what you're doing. And perfectionism's coming through for you big time. And they're saying, drop that shit at the door. That's literally what they're saying to me. That's what they're saying. I totally relate to this because I go through this all the time. They're saying, if you saw someone do this, what would you do and how would you feel? And they're saying that you would feel upset and sad for that person. Like you're not even giving yourself a chance to flourish and you're self-sabotaging. Wow, I'm preaching tonight to somebody. I don't know who, but there's somebody out there that needs to hear this. And it's not me. They're coming through. Wow. Your ancestors are here to help you and they want you to get over this and through this. It's been going on way too long. You are beautiful. You have many talents. You are self-sabotaging based on the fact that you don't want to be judged. And I hear you. I am all about that. However, you have to learn to let that go. Why? Because as I said, if you don't, you'll never get your stuff. It'll never come through. Basically, it's like they're showing me like a dam of water, right? You're opening like, I don't know how dams work, but you're opening it up and the water starts to come through. And then you're like, wait, that's not right. It's supposed to go over there, isn't it? Wait, I don't know where. And then you stop it. They're saying that you're so afraid of being judged. You're so afraid of this being wrong. You've been wrong so many times before, and you just don't want to be wrong anymore. And you're scared because you don't know how many times you can take this, really. Like how much more criticism can you really take? That's what they're saying. They're saying if you saw someone do this, you would be like, you're an idiot, and stop doing that. So they're trying to show you through me, if you're doing that, please stop. For someone out there, they're saying that every single word that you write or every brush stroke that you complete is worth it. That everything that you have to say within should be said to others. Treat yourself kindly because there's plenty of other people that won't. Hold on a second. Let me write this down. You are like a multifaceted person who has many gifts, is what they're saying to me. Some of you have photographic minds. I had that. Some of you can speak in tongues. Some of you are healers, light workers, Pleiadians. Some of you are also the opposite of that. You're very good with numbers. Very good with numbers. You run circles around people. But yet people tell you that you're great and you're really good at what you do. You're gifted. And you go, if you do that, stop doing this. because I think, as I shared on one of my other videos with you guys, I had a coach and she told me that, not everybody can do what you do. And I'm like, when you do that, you're like actually insulting that person. All you have to do is say thank you. And you start to like yourself. Just start to like yourself. One thing about yourself. Some of you do work with animals. For the master numbers especially, I find that fear is a huge part of how we operate. Not because we want to, but because somehow with all the negativity surrounding what we do, with all of us dimming our shine, dumbing down, and really not showing up the way we should to make other people happy, people pleasers, but also at the same time being perfectionists, so we're never happy with the stuff that we put out. That leads to a lot of fear and judgment. And for Master Life Path 22s, you create brilliant works which make life easier for everyone on the planet. You are here to build something which will help people every day, their everyday life in a practical, tangible way. But many times you feel overwhelmed by your massive gifts. You are here to overcome your fear and lack of faith in yourself and others. You are here to overcome the fear and lack of faith in yourself and others. I think the best way that I could help you right now to get through this whole fear thing is when you are faced with fear, you must choose faith instead. I'll give you an example. Today, I was supposed to take care of a couple of pets. I do some pet sitting too on the side in a couple of weeks. And I'd already met with the girl and been there. And then she texted me and I already had it in my calendar. And she's like, oh yeah, I got somebody else, a friend of a friend or some shit like that. And I was like, oh. And I was really disappointed. Because not only was it a great job, but it's also revenue, right? And I thought, shoot, I started seeing myself like go down that rabbit hole of, holy crap, what am I going to do now? And oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And now I'm really nervous. And I literally thought, stop it. The reason this is happening is because you're going to get something 3 times, 5 times, 10 times better revenue wise, or another job will just take its place. That's what's going to happen, right? And just trust that that will happen and choose faith over fear. And it's a choice, right? So next time something like that happens to you, I really want you to think about that, because I've been getting that a lot. This is like the 3rd month in a row I've been getting that. And I've been living in fear for a very long time over lots of things. But now I'm getting choose faith and see what happens. And things happen. Giraffe spirit came through. You know how tall giraffes are? See the big picture. This is what I mean when I say that you are writing and then scribbling through it, or you want to send a message to somebody and then you start to type it and then you click it off, or you are creating something and you just begin it and you're like, no, not good enough. The big picture, if you're doing that, is you keep stopping, starting, is you're losing time. But every time you do that, you're losing faith in yourself, because you don't stop and start the next time as strong as the first time. See the big picture. What giraffes see, they have a totally different viewpoint than what humans see because they're so tall, right? See the big picture. If you could see what a giraffe sees and you could see everything laid out in front of you, what changes would you make? That's what they're asking me to ask you. Oops. If you could see everything in front of you, would you feel more confident moving forward? And of course, the answer is yes. But the whole thing is that the divine wants you to trust the journey, right? What I say, the in between, you're here, you want to be there. Trust this in between journey. That's what the whole journey is about, is trust. Trust in yourself, trusting in spirit, trusting in your guides, that you're going to get there. And you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now. You have divine timing on your side and divine protection. So know that if you're not where you want to be right now, it's okay. The electric eel spirit came through. Bring your dreams to life. Oh, I can't make this stuff up, you guys. I cannot. Dreams and ideas that you have for a better world or for a better life for yourself are placed on your heart by spirit, by the divine, by the creator, by your higher self. Bring those ideas to life. And you were chosen for your heart, not for what you have in your bank account, not the clothes you wear, not how many bags you have, right? Because the mission that you have is because only you can fulfill it. Wolf spirit came through, turn knowledge into wisdom. Remember what I said about if you wanted to do this maybe 5 years ago, 7 years ago, you say, why didn't I, why couldn't I have done this a long time ago? Like, why couldn't I have been successful 7 years ago? And Wolf spirit's saying you needed more knowledge, you need more wisdom, and you weren't ready. You have to actually trust that everything is laid out the way it's supposed to be. And your soul agreed to all this, right? So there's always a lesson, not a failure, a lesson. That spirit came through. A rebirth is assured. There are a lot of you out there right now that are doing 2 jobs. You have a side hustle, or you've already just left corporate. You're doing your own thing right now, or you've had your own place for a while and you're doing something completely different. And they're saying that that's a good thing. Listen to yourself. A rebirth is assured. 5 is my lucky number. This is a 5 card, and if it's hard for you to see, but the bat upside down, it has like a drawing, like has little flowers on its head. Some of you, hold on a second, if I'm listening to what they're saying. Some of you need a complete rebirth. What the fuck is that? Oh my gosh, there's a huge bug in front of me, and I'm scared of bugs. Oh my God. Some of you need a huge rebirth to like restart your life. So don't be afraid of it. If it's in place there on your heart, there's a reason why. Spider spirit, make your dreams real. What did I say? They're saying the only way that you can have the life you want is to get uncomfortable and do the things that they tell you to do. That's the only way. If you can sit here all day long as you want, and them saying, Julie, I need you to do this, get on camera, you could be like me for like years and be like, I'm scared, or I don't want to, or I'm not ready, or I don't want to be judged, or anything like that. And you will never get there. So the choice is yours. And last but not least, you got pig spirit. Use your mind wisely. You have busy minds. Every one of you that I'm talking to right now, you have busy minds. You're a multifaceted person. You have multiple things you can do well. Pick one and start working on it. And they're saying, I don't care what it sounds like. I don't care if it's pie in the sky. I don't care if everyone tells you that's crazy. I especially don't care if anyone's like, you'll never get there, because you will. And exactly why I'm saying this is because this is when pigs fly. And if you can't see the card because you're listening on audio, the pig has wings. And I just realized that as I was saying that. Use your mind wisely. You can create and do anything you want in this world. But the key is you have to believe it. You also have to believe in yourself and believe in divine timing and that you are being helped along. You're not by yourself. All right, 22. So I hope this helped you. It was an honor to read for you today. And I love you guys. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave some comments for me. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.